Hi, I'm Mick Richardson from Weymouth Family Church, and I have Claire here with me, who's part of the church. And Claire is an ambassador for International Justice Mission. So, Claire, would you just like to tell us about the work of IJM?
Yeah. Well, IJM are a non-governmental, faith-based charity dedicated to stopping human trafficking and violence in all its forms. They've got 20 field offices around the world. And they work as a team. They have teams of investigators to try and locate where people are in slavery. They have teams of law enforcement who plan and then carry out raids to rescue the people. Then they have social workers, teams of social workers who provide aftercare for the victims. And then they have teams of lawyers and prosecutors to bring justice.
So
And
it
they've
sounds like
already,
it's a complete package from start to finish of everything they
yeah,
do, really. Why do you think,
absolutely.
as Christians, we should be involved in something like this, the work of IJM?
Yeah. It's for me, it kind of falls into two categories, really. There is the authenticity of it, the quality of being genuine or real. And when you look at them, they're very professional. They've got really good core values. They do literally what it says on the tin. They find them, they rescue them, they care for them, and then they bring justice. So, as you say, it's an all-round sort of charity. And then there's the biblical foundation. The IGM value the Christian community. They recognize God's provision in the times of success, and they work to glorify him. It's estimated that there are 40 million people in slavery worldwide today, more than at any other time in history. 2 million of those people are children working in the chocolate industry. Um, IJM say, in this fallen world of violent oppression, God has compassion on those who suffer evil and injustice. He sees them and hears their cry. It's written in Ecclesiastes. Again, I looked and saw the oppression that was taking place under the sun. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they have no comforter. The power was on the side of the oppressors, and they have no comforter. When you hear of 40 million in slavery, it's staggering and quite frankly, it's overwhelming. And that can lead to paralysis of attitude and thought, well, what can I do about it? And so, according to Micah, chapter 6, verse 8, we can do something about it. Micah says, he has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. We're required to act justly. And that doesn't mean, just thinking or feeling justly. It's not passive. It's to take action and do something about it. IGM say a visible measure of Christian faith is a sacrificial love that is extended to those in need. To preach the gospel, seek justice, and to reprove the ruthless, plead for the weak, loosen the bonds of wickedness, and to let the oppressed go free. Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us the arc of the moral universe is long, but it's bent toward justice. And in 2020, the IJM celebrated a huge milestone, 55,000 people freed from slavery and hundreds of prosecutions brought. And they free the hundreds in the brick kilns, the rice fields, the jewelry factory, the fishing industry. And then I read on one of their updates that they found and rescued one little child from the sex industry. One little child. They mobilized the whole of that organization, from the planning to the rescuing to the aftercare, for one little child. One little child meant as much to them as celebrating the hundreds. So they're just a really good organization from my point of view.
So Claire, if people wanted to get involved, and obviously that is a biblical mandate, there is a biblical thing to take on board here in how we treat people, and that going after the one, of course, is very biblical. It's what God does. He leaves the 99 and goes after the one. How can we get involved as Christians? And we've got 1 minute left.
Okay, right. Well, you can reach them on ijmuk.org. You could become a Freedom Partner, which is regular giving. They send you updates. They send you news of when they're going to do the latest raids and so on. You could become a prayer partner. They want your prayers as much as they want your money, actually. Your church could become a church champion. And again, there are lots of resources to show you how to do that. Or you could become an individual church champion. And again, that's bringing your individual talents and experiences into all kinds of areas, such as fundraising, advocacy, and so on. So, and they give you all of the material to help you do this. So you're not left
Brilliant.
on your own.
Claire, we know in Weymouth Family Church, we know how passionate you are about this, and how much you raise it for us for prayer and for involvement. If anybody is looking in and wants to get involved, then you can contact Claire, and probably the simplest way is just to email us at office@weymouthfamilychurch.org.uk, and we can forward that to Claire, and then Claire can give you any additional information or support that you would like. I know she would love to get you engaged in this process of supporting people. Claire, thanks for your time. It's been great speaking with you. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.